everybody, welcome to join CGTN's live at a baseball field in Beijing. I'm Jingjing Li.
And I'm Oscar Margain. Thank you so much for joining us here live, wherever you're watching us in all of our social media platforms or our website, even our CGTN app. Jingjing, we've got a very special show for everybody, don't we? Yes. And we're going to be talking about a very special group of kids who are playing baseball. We're out here, as you mentioned, in the outskirts of Beijing at Power Baseball Angels Charity Camp. And this camp is basically like home for some of these kids, and we'll explain why.
Yeah, you probably already hearing some kids are shouting because they are exercising at this field. And those kids are not just like any kids. They recently gained some fame across the nation because of a critical acclaimed documentary, and they are the characters from this documentary. And this documentary is called Tough Out, or 棒少年 in Chinese. So it's a story about how they got out of this remote mountains and poor villages and now fall in love with baseball.
Exactly. So basically, these are underprivileged children who have now given an opportunity to a chance at life, not only to get an education, but also to potentially become professional baseball players. So really exciting. You mentioned the title Tough Out. That's basically in reference to dugout, which is a baseball term for where all the players basically gather on the side of a field. Do you know much about baseball, Jingjing?
Well, not at all, to be honest. I know nothing about baseball, but I know baseball is a very popular game in America. As an American, you definitely know more than me, right?
Yeah, baseball is not necessarily my favorite sport, but it is one of the most important, most popular ones, as you said, in America. So for those of you who are watching us right now and don't have an idea of how baseball is played, I'm going to give you a very brief and as quick as I can overview of what baseball is and how you play it. So basically, you've got a diamond-shaped field, which is what we're on right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so as you know, a diamond has 4 corners. In each one of these corners, there is a base. You got
probably already
first base.
see that, like what's the shape?
Exactly.
Like a fan
Like
shape.
a fan, exactly. And right in the middle, we've got a plate. It's like a white plate.
Yeah.
So you got first base, second base, third base, and then the last base is home base. So the purpose of the game is basically for one of these two teams that are playing against each other to make a run and basically complete a circuit all around these bases, and each run is 1 point. The team that scores the most runs wins the game. So basically, it's split in two. You have 2 teams. Each team has 9 players. One team gets to play defense. The other one plays offense. And then they'll get a turn to then switch roles. There's 9 innings. So 9 innings, basically innings are like rounds. And so in each one of these rounds, every team gets a chance to both play defense and offense. Those who are playing defense are the pitcher, who basically stands right over here on the pitcher mound. And then all the other teammates are spread out in the field, and they're basically trying to catch the ball to make sure that they can, make the other team lose because there's an out. There's several strategies, but basically when a batter, this is the offense team, goes to home base and they hit the ball, then they have to run to first base. And basically, if the defense is able to grab the ball, send it to first base, and catch it before the runner reaches, then that's out. So that's one way that person is out. Another way to make sure that somebody is out is like if the pitcher throws the ball and then the batter swings and misses. If you miss 3 times, that's 1 out. So in total, if you get 3 outs, then that is the opportunity for the defense team to then go to bat.
Wow.
If you're batting, then once you bat, you get the chance to make home runs, or runs, I should say.
I'm not sure.
A little bit
really
confusing.
Follow.
I know it's very hard to explain in like 3 minutes. But the gist of it, all you need to know for today's purposes, is that if you hit the ball with a bat, you run to first base. You run
hit it,
as fast as you can, and then somebody will tell you at some point whether you made it or you didn't, and what's going to happen. But basically, that's the gist of it, right?
I always see people to play and hit the ball and run in TV shows featuring like American kids or Japanese kids playing baseball. But you know what? Like baseball is never a popular game in China. So that's why I have no knowledge about it. I know some about football or basketball, but baseball I have no knowledge about it. So that's why I'm so surprised. These kids from remote mountains, now they're playing baseball as like almost like a profession.
Yeah, a lot of the kids here are part of one of the many ethnic minorities, 26 ethnic minorities that exist in China, and they're here playing baseball with hopes that they'll become professional. And so that speaks volumes, because this is an organization that is not only trying to educate, but also lift the sport and make it popular, right?
Exactly.
So,
But okay, but
yeah.
thank you, Oscar, that you explained so much about the rules, but I'm not sure I understand. How about we try today?
And go like one step at a time, right? Let's learn one thing.
Okay.
Let's try to get you to learn how to bat.
Okay.
Not that I'm a professional, not that I'm great, but at least I think I know, how to position
look
myself.
professional.
Yeah, how to look the part, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's walk right over
Okay,
here and let's.
because we see some kids are playing. They look so professional, even though they're so little.
Just moments ago, Jingying and I were watching these tiny little girls throw a ball. They are so powerful. The ball was like going really, really fast.
Yeah, they like the ball they throw much stronger than us.
Exactly. We're too afraid of either catching it or tossing it. But anyway, we're here in the field. We're going to meet two very, I guess I would call now, popular kids.
Yeah, hello.
你好。
你们好，你们好 hello. Oh, I think that's the courtesy in baseball
In baseball,
team.
that's right.
When you greet each other, you take the hat off.
Exactly. So what are your names? Yes.
来介绍一下，对这个镜头介绍一下自己。
大家好，我叫梁振双，今年14岁，来自河北省保定市莱阳县，已经打球5年了。
Okay, so you can call him Xiao Shuang. He's one of the main characters from the movie Tap Out, and he's
Yes.
now 14 years old. He has been playing baseball for 4 years. Wow. 来，你介绍一下自己。
大家好，我叫马虎，今年15岁，来自宁夏，系级打球3年了，在场上的位置打接手、投手。
接手。
Yes, pitcher.
Pitcher.
Okay.
His name is Ma Hu. He's 13 years old. He's from Ningxia, and he's been playing baseball for 3 years. But if any of you have been watching this documentary Top Out, you probably recognize them because they look so much younger in the documentary. But now they are like grown up.
It's that time of year, those years of your life, of your childhood that you start stretching out.
Yeah, but they're very shy. That's like, especially with the hat on, they're like very shy. 你们两个不要害羞，好不好？对着镜头要开心一点。Because well, he's for those who watch this documentary, they know Ma Hu is a very naughty and troubled kid. Pick fight with everyone, but now they are much older. I assume they are much more mature.
Very much more mature, and now they kind of serve as like the example and the leaders of the rest of the group. And so can you, Mahu or Xiaoshuang, can you please teach us or teach Jingjing
Teach me
either how to pitch or how to bat? What are you going to teach her today?
因为我完全不会打棒球，他懂一点规则。今天你们两个能教教我们怎么打棒球吗？
可以啊
怎么扔球，怎么击球，好吗？
可以
可以哈。OK， 好吧，我们在哪里练比较好？
哪里都可以吧。
行，那那这些小朋友是不是他们是在这边练是吗？不是，我们去这边。
可以。
Okay, shall we go there?
Okay, let's go to where the bat is.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. And again, we keep mentioning this documentary. If you have a chance, Tough Out, you get to watch it somewhere. If you can find it online and rent it out or something like that, really watch it. It's an incredible documentary that is very inspiring. And so again, we're trying to do it justice by talking about them here today. But anyway, watch it because it's really good. So, how old are these guys?
哎，你们几岁啦？你们几岁啦？
老家10岁，再跟你8岁。
你看着只是8岁呀。你多大啦？8岁 ，8 years old, this kid. But now, like, look at them hitting the ball. They're just 8 years old.
Okay, can either of these guys maybe give you a bat and tell you how to stand?
能现在教我们吗？怎么样那个，比如说怎样拿球棒，怎样去击球？要不马虎来教教我？明白？我可以借用一下你的这个球棒吗？我来练一练好吗？是。
I'll trade this
good.
bat for that bat. Okay.
Cool. But don't hit it away. Don't hit the ball with this because our company gonna charge you.
All right, I'll stand over here because I know you're gonna swing. I don't want you to hit me.
Okay, so like move away, cameraman.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit anybody.
I don't know where I'm gonna be because this is really dangerous. All right, I'll be like this. Okay, so how do you hold it?
应该怎么拿球棒？
打棒的时候手要握住，手要并在一起，
这样子对吗？
并在一起，它两个、
哦
对并在一
This
起，
put my
对，可以
hands together.
这条皮件可以跟这条皮件打平，
Oh, should my
也可
like
以这样
fingers?
打平，
Oh, either my fingers being
这样，
put
你
together
这
or
这样，
this. All the bones.
Okay, so you have to align your knuckles. Okay.
Yeah, either this or this.
I see. You get
Okay,
two.
right?
no，
No? I got
Oh,
it wrong.
the other way. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
，OK，
Sorry.
It's okay.
I tried to kill my co-host.
打棒的时候，就最终目的就是可高了。打棒的目的就是用棒子的那个棒肚，就是这一块的中心点，打到球，
Okay.
就是
Okay, our goal is
Yeah.
to use this section of the bat to hit the ball.
OK，
Mm.
就是站立得在本垒板后边。
Okay,
Yeah.
this is very true.
OK，再往前，再往前，
So you're gonna align yourself.
这样，身体不用太斜。对，打击的时候就是出棒，从棒的轨迹一直到击中球，一定要打球的，不要打球的这儿，也不要打在这儿，要打球的最中心点，
Okay,
才能打得更远。
okay.
So what is he saying?
I need to aim for the center of the ball. This is where I should be standing.
Okay. I'm gonna step aside here. I'm gonna give you a chance. All right. This is your first. Is this the first time you're batting?
First time I'm really batting, but I used the bat before.
Okay.
But you know this,
Tell me not to hit somebody, right?
but
Is that the-
hit a glass, a
Ah.
bottle, like a room for you to have a temper tantrum. So I use this to hit a machine, a television.
Okay. All right. All right.
Models.
All that fury concentrated on the ball and give it a chance.
Okay.
后边小心点。
Okay, cameraman. Please, don't charge me any money if I break the camera.
3米的距离是，
3米。
对，3米。附近就是你们挥棒的时候，附近必须在3
Oh,
米以外的。
he told me that people should keep 3 meters away from me.
Oh wow.
Okay, you guys
Okay.
go.
I'm gonna move back here and watch you.
Shout.
And I'll yeah.
Okay,
Here we go.
okay. Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. Show. Oh, nice.
Oh,
That looked pretty good. I mean, I'm no professional, but that looked good.
Is-
How did it feel?
打到对，
This is really heavy. This bat is really heavy.
And we're talking about little kids here. Wow.
Wow, so even if it's heavy to me, how does the 8-year-old kid feel? This is
They're all
what-
smiling. They're like, oh my God.
我应该扔到这个中间，对的吗？
对，把这个给打到中间。
Okay.
Here we go, Jinjing is going to do it one more time. Wow, that's a signature move. I've never seen anybody do that before they bat.
Power. Yeah.
A little hop. Oh, there you go. Now you look like you want to destroy the ball. All right, do it one more time.
Okay.
And
Use the center of the.
yeah.
Oh, here.
Channel the spirit of legend Babe Ruth. Just think of him, and you know he used to do this. He used to like point to the sky and kind of like position where the ball would go. He would anticipate where it was gonna go, and then
I'm
you.
gonna aim for the.
Okay. All right, do that. Nice, nice, good job.
Okay, I did it.
So not as easy as you thought it was, right?
Because this bat is really heavy. It's made of metal.
Yeah.
So even weaving this costs like a lot of strength from the arms. But I can do this. So guys, don't mess with me.
Wow, I got chills right now. You heard her. Don't mess with Jinjing. Okay, very nice.
Do you
And
want to
so-
try something?
Yeah. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Sure. I'll just do it once because I don't want to bore anybody there. And maybe you can ask some questions to some of these.
Okay.
Some of these, I would call them professional. Okay, so I hold it like this.
他握的姿势对吗？
OK，
Okay, I got it. All right.
Ooh.
This is a little low.
好的好。OK，
I'm gonna
Okay.
run behind the camera
Yeah,
because I
here
don't
we
want
go.
you to hit me.
Here we go. All right.
Okay. Woo!
Oh, wow, nice.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Go, Oscar. Don't
I
lose
make it
face
look
to
nice.
America.
All right. You're right. You know, after only 2 swings, My hands are not used to this. Well, thank you so much, guys. We're going to talk more about Mahu and also Xiaoshang, and tell us a little bit about what they have learned during their time here. Because as you mentioned, they've been here for a few years now, right?
就是我们想问问你们啊，就是你们两个在这边都学到了什么？因为你们两个在这儿待了很多年了，对吧？3、4年了。
对。
你们在这边都学到了什么？
就是棒球技术学了很多，但是也学到了团结，然后大家都是兄弟，互相帮助，然后比如这个队员有困难，互相帮一下，然后学到了团结。
So besides baseball, he said, well, he really learned the unity. Like we are a team, we are brothers, so we should help and support each other. That's the main thing that he learned besides baseball.
That's right. And what about Mahu? I don't. You have any questions for
What about
Mahu?
you, Mahu? Well, what do you feel? Because 因为很多人看到那个纪录片里的你，感觉当时你还是好像好像会跟别人打架呀。那现在呢，在这儿待这么久后，你现在最大的收获是什么？来，我们看着镜头，让大家看一看你。
最大的收获就是发现自己改变了很多的一些不好的毛病。
比如什么呢？
比如说刚来的时候喜欢打架，就是因为这3年的教练一直批评，然后呢，教练老师一直在说，然后之后发现自己的就是一些打架呀这些坏的习惯都已经就我以前就是怎么说，就是跟大家融入不到一起，就是老是就是搞特例，就我想干什么就干什么。但是我想，就是教练老跟我说，如果你老搞特例的话，你以后就没有朋友。就是说，我从那时候开始想，我想要朋友，我得做的跟大家一样，我得跟着大家的步伐一起走。所以我就从那时候开始就不打架了，因为我跟他打架了，他就会觉得我很讨厌，他就。
您现在总的可能就是怎么样会跟别人一块儿好好相处，对不对？怎么样就是想要获得朋友的话，可能是也要大家互相理解、互相支持，对吧？
对。
Wow, I think he said he's changed a lot because you watched the documentary as well, right?
Yep.
So he used to be a very troubled kid who always picked fight with everybody. He was fighting with everybody.
Yes.
So it was a struggle for him because he really wanted friends, but he left with no friends. He's always isolated from everybody because he picked fights.
Yeah.
But now he realized because everybody, either from friends or the teachers, telling him what's the problem with him, like dealing with people. So now he realized. So he no longer pick fights with anybody. He understands that if he really wants friends, he needs to be respectful, understanding, supporting each other. So yeah, he noticed the problems of himself.
That goes to show that this is not only a place to learn about baseball, but it's also a place to learn about life.
Yeah.
Right? Brotherhood, family, camaraderie, everything, And so it's quite touching. Again, we keep referring to this documentary, and this is the reason why we're out here, is because we found out about these guys, these kids, and they became famous because they're a great example of how to deal with life. And so anyway, I want to find out a little bit more about this organization and how did they get so many kids out there? Not only boys, but as you saw earlier, some girls are here too.
Yeah,
and they're all learning baseball.
I'm surprised.
I don't know if you have any more questions for these guys, or we should try to get their coach.
But we will keep Mahu and Xiaoshuang with us.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
during this
they'll
live
follow
show,
us.
right?
Okay,
你们
great.
两个跟着我们一块儿好不好？跟着我一块儿，
Okay.
但我们一会儿这会也去跟教练聊聊，好不好？你们跟我们一起走吧。
Awesome. 谢谢。
能带着我们去找你的教练吗？
我们的教练。
对，包括那个师爷爷在哪里？ You see, yeah, there are a lot of girls playing baseball.
Yeah, they're here. They're getting instruction, some coaching by their teacher, their coach. And everybody's so disciplined. It's something that I've noticed here. And, there's more than a few coaches here. There's a lot of people out here helping out. I hear that some of them are volunteers, right?
Yeah, Mahu told us we should go that
Over
direction
there,
because this is a puppy. Puppy is their master's, their coach's coach. So they call them puppy or 师爷爷 in Chinese. And they are really training the kids here. So I think, yes, let's go
We'll
over
move
there.
over there. Okay. And it's a lovely day out here. It's a great time to be outside. And I'm sure these guys, all these kids are so happy to be practicing on a day that is not as cold as it has been here in Beijing, because it's been freezing. You know, we're still in the middle of winter, and so...
but we're very lucky. Today's weather is awesome.
It's great. It's great. And, you know, something that I also noticed here was that, you know, the facility, the installation is actually great. You know, I've been to some baseball fields out in the U.S., especially the public ones, and they don't look as great as this one. And so,
really?
Yeah, it's quite eye-opening, and I'm sure these kids are...
Don't hit me! See, that's
Maybe
why
we should
you need
move this way.
That's why you need to keep at least 3 meters away from, what do you call this position? Like
I guess away from, well, from the batter. Yeah,
batter,
from the batter.
Okay.
Best is to be behind the
this
well, cage.
fence?
It's not really a cage, but yeah, like a fence, basically.
Okay.
And so, is this...
Okay.
机器发出来的，机器
Oh,
那
okay.
叫发球机，它
Oh,
能发出来的。
that's the machine
Oh,
that...
watch out.
Ooh.
I was trying to get to
That's why it's dangerous to report sports.
Maybe we should stand a little further away and then ask if Poppy can come to us.
Cool.
Would that be better?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want to get either of us or the cameraman
Well,
or
we don't
any of our
want to
producers.
have a ball hitting our face during a live.
It would definitely go to, it would become viral.
Yeah.
I would be very sure about that.
But they're training batters here with this machine that's shooting the balls.
The ball, right.
Yeah.
You know, a fun fact here, in professional baseball, you know, the average speed of a pitch, so the ball can be pitched at about 90 miles an hour, which is about 140 kilometers an hour, a pitch.
Wow.
So imagine just that force and that speed, and how good of a batter and how good of an eye you need to have in order to, you know, make sure you hit the ball. And so that's a huge challenge in baseball. You know, when we're watching TV, we see it in a movie or something, it doesn't seem that difficult. You know, obviously there's a challenge to it, but to try to hit a ball at that speed, it's a, you know, a blink of a second. You just got to make sure you aim it, you anticipate it, you hit. There's just so much strategy to each one of these positions in baseball, each one of these roles.
So, well, how about we
let's
talk
ask
to
an
Poppy
actual
now?
expert.
Yeah, he's the real expert. Well, are you willing to risk the danger to walk over there?
Are we? Oh.
哎，早上可以请师爷爷过来和我们一块聊一会儿吗？师爷爷
So we're
like
trying to
training.
get permission to get the coach
对，
over
你
here.
好，你好，我看您正在训练，对吧？对，那个首先呢，您的那个这镜头给我们观众做一下自我介绍吗？您做这个就是棒球训练多长时间了？
我这个从事棒球运动已经45年了吧？
45年了。
从青少年棒球教学也得有40年了。
Wow. Poppy has been working for baseball for over almost 45 years.
45 years. Is it safe to say he's one of the first baseball players in China?
那这样可以说您基本上是中国这个棒球的一个奠基人之一了吧？
这个中国这棒球啊，在1959年的时候吧，就是第2届全运会，这个棒球项目没了，没了，它中间断了15年。那么中间断了15年呢，74年开始恢复这个棒球，等于这个棒球在断了以后恢复这个棒球，那么我是第一个参加的，就恢复这棒球项目。
哇！
所以74年恢复棒球，我72年开始在大学打棒球，踢足球改棒球，跟我的教练学棒球，喜欢棒球，把足球扔掉了。
那其实可以说您就是第一代的这个中国的棒球人之一。
因为前面还有很多前辈。
明白。
第1届全运会第2届，甚至在解放前都有。
OK。
所以这一段就是文化大革命恢复以后，就算比较早的了。
好，我来翻译一下。So because I asked him, are you the first group of players for Chinese baseball? Well, Poppy is very humble. He didn't say, but he said, well, Chinese baseball actually started in 1959. But that's the first time it started. But it stopped for almost 15 years. And then resumed in 1974.
Okay.
And after it resumed, Poppy was among the first group of baseball players.
I see.
So he started to play baseball since 1972 in college.
Okay.
So, well, we can say he's one of the first group of
First.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine the number of students number of players he's coached, and he's been able to, basically grow. It sounds like a crop, but basically, yeah, just being one of those first mentors and teachers to bring baseball in China. That's incredible. And so, do you have any more questions for him as far as ask him? One of the questions that I have is
Oscar always have a lot of questions.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just trying
to. I'm sure a lot of our viewers will have the same questions because they want to know what's gonna happen with baseball in China.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first question would be, what's his role here? How did this start? If and how many kids has he been able to coach?
就是想问一下，比如说您在这儿其实已经教这些孩子多久了？就是从什么时候开始想要来教这些孩子呢？
在这儿，在这儿我待了5年了吧？5
年了，
待了5年了。那5年之前的我有我其他的运动，也在带队。那么也就是说退休了以后，孙教练作为我的学生，他需要有教练。那么这个教练呢，他可能也用过一些个，那么就感觉不太适合教这些孩子。所以再三跟我说，那么在5年之前呢，我把我的训练工作告一个段落以后，也把我原来的训练工作都安排好了，就决定到他这儿来。到他这儿来呢，先去了解一些孩子的情况、基地的情况。了解完了以后呢，我觉得我应该过来。他我的学生，他很困难，在困难情况我应该支持他，因为棒球将来会有一个传承。
Wow. Okay. I was gonna say
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on these balls. I'm so sorry.
他刚刚打掉了一个球，他差点打到
They're
我
just
们
flying
两
over
个。
our heads.
这个球没有那么大的硬度，不是正式的品，打到不会伤害。
Okay, he says that this ball is not the official one, so
Right.
it won't be that hard.
It'll still leave a bruise, I'm sure. Yeah.
我的教练教我打棒球，我又教他打棒球，他又面临这么多孩子，等于4代相传，有这么一个棒球的一个传承，所以到这儿来呢，我的原来的训练工作告一段落，而且安排的很合理，包括教练的配置都给安排好了。到了这儿呢，是他我学生，我有责任去帮助他把这件事做好。第二，他做的这件事是一个非常有意义的一件事情，我觉得我更应该去参与，对我也来讲很有意义。
是吧？好的，我来翻译一下，就是因为本身 Puppy is the coach of their coach.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like a generation, like they are teachers teaching the students generation after generation. And also he has been working here for 5 years with those kids. And he believes Mr. Sun, another coach, later we're going to meet Coach Sun, but because of he thinks Coach Sun is doing something very honorable. Those kids need help. So he just voluntarily wants to come here to help those kids. 那其实您从业这么多年，其实一直训练的都是青少年的棒球队，对吧？对，您很擅长训练这个青少年。
因为青少年时间长了，积累的经验也多，所以呢，我觉得曾经专业队的2线调过我觉得青少年更有意义。从中国棒球来讲，中国棒球现在水平比较低，以前跟那个世界强队啊，美国呀、古巴呀、日本啊、韩国呀，包括中华台北啊，差距比较大。那么中国这个棒球的翻身是在青少年。青少年现在就是咱们国内的打棒球的人员太少。那么就比如一个塔，这个国家队呢，从这么点的人挑出一个国家队，他的水平不会很高。如果这塔级很大，群众基础很多。打棒球的孩子很多，那么你这个选出国家队，那可就水平就不一样了。所以这个搞这个棒球呢，就是说推动中国棒球发展在青少年，让他们喜欢棒球，增加喜欢棒球、打棒球的人数，就可以形成一个市场。如果没有这个，中国棒球翻身很难的。
明白，您现在就是在做一个奠基的这个工作。
对。
好的， Wow, that's very meaningful actually, because he has been training kids for baseball for a really long time. He's always been teaching kids. He says because China is really left behind in baseball compared to like other countries, either it's America or Japan or other countries very good at baseball. So the problem is not like the adults. He believes he should lay the foundation because it's like a pyramid. So unless there's enough foundation, you can choose the elites who are like best at this baseball. So now he's like cultivating all the young people, the kids, teach them how to play, teach them to fall in love with baseball. So one day in the future, China's baseball will be able to compare with other countries.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Just a dedication. You know,
Yeah.
one can say that he's spent his entire adult life trying to make baseball, a popular sport and a professional one here in China. That's amazing. And what these kids are being offered, maybe they won't necessarily know it now because they might be too young, but hopefully, they'll get back just like Poppy did, and like you said, keep growing the sport and teach other kids and other generations to come. Well, that's amazing. It's a pleasure to have met.
非常感谢，谢谢施爷爷。
包括孙教练做的这事儿有2个意义。就孙教练做这些事儿啊，第一个是对中国棒球的一种推动，这种推动的作用还特别大。你比如棒少年播出了吧？那么很多孩子、老师、家长看了这棒少年，那么打棒球人多了，这个塔基就会人多。这是一个对中国棒球推动意义特别重大。所以中国棒球的人口越多，是中国棒球的希望。第二个，他还做了一个扶贫，解决一部分贫困孩子问题。所以这2个意义特别重要，也是我乐意来参与这件事儿一个很大的原因。对，
好的，行，谢谢施爷爷，谢谢您。
没事，
好嘞，好嘞，那我们去跟孙健聊聊。好嘞，您
谢谢，
好，
谢谢，
谢谢。
All right.
Papi just said, well, the meaning is like twofold. Because first, of course, it's a way to help this children get out of poverty, give them more chance to have a better life. Second is it's a boost for China's baseball, and especially the movie Tough Out. When more parents watch this documentary, they will be willing to send their kids to play basketball. So
Right,
not just
yeah.
those kids, they're probably gonna attract more kids, more parents.
Right.
So it will be helpful to develop China's baseball business.
And get other people who are not involved in the sport to help the organization. I think you were alluding to that. You get people who are donors, people who are in positions of influence or power who can then help also other parts of the country, have similar programs. And so anyway, that's it's really interesting, but I think we need to talk to the man of the hour.
Yes.
the
now we're going
person-
to talk to the person behind this huge project. Mr. Sun, Coach Sun, 你好，你好，孙教练，你好，你好，你好，你好。
We'll switch places here
Okay,
just
okay,
so you
okay.
can have the microphone and
对，我来用麦克风，所以我就站在这里好了。所以刚才也看到，这个是一个所有棒球队员必有的一个礼仪，是不是？在见面的时候都要摘球。
should we maybe move away a little bit?
Because everybody's saving me from the.
And maybe we can turn this way so that we get a little bit of light in our faces and not so many shadows.
如
How
果我们
about
转到
that?
这边怎么样？转到这边会不会有光线照在我们的脸上 ？Or shall we just?
Yeah, or we can.
Around here?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
take a seat.
Oh, you see, like all the thermal cups and gloves on the same line. They are
And they're all
belongs to
aligned?
the kids.
Yeah, talk about discipline. It's the details and the minute things
Yeah.
that really tell you that these kids are getting an education that is more than just baseball, right?
Yeah. 所以就是能看到从这些小细节能看出来，其实你在教这些孩子，其实不仅是学棒球，其实比如说一些纪律啊，这个规矩啊，对吧？
就是这个跟我们的传承有关系。你像刚才老爷子说的，就是先教球之前，先教做人，对吧？学会做人以后，完了其实学习的是学习能力，就是能接收各种知识的能力。棒球只是个表现形式。
Okay, so he's pointing out a thing, a very important thing here. Before learning play baseball, learn how to be a decent person first. So that's why there are so many rules, regulations, whatever.
Yeah.
It's also inheriting the heritage from their coaches, their instructors.
Right, like Poppy, right? Yeah, and that's why everybody has their uniform. Everybody lines up, before they go and have a meal. We saw that earlier today. It's amazing. I mean, it's. I don't want to compare it to military camp because it's not, but it's formation, right?
Yeah.
It's basically teaching them values and how to respect.
And he said, well, it's about learn the ability to learn.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's so deep.
That's 我像您说的是要学习的这个能力，
对，
其实很难。那个刚才我看见很多孩子们很优秀，那他们就是包括住宿的条件啊、学习的条件怎么样？在除了这个打棒球训练之外，
咱们去看看。
行，那您带我们去吧。
OK， 咱们这儿走。
He's gonna take us. Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna take us to a tour to where they study, where they live.
Nice, very nice.
Okay.
And as a reminder to everybody, Coach Sun is also featured in the documentary, and he is the founder of this organization. If
Exactly.
he could tell us, basically, when did this all start?
Yeah, there's
And
a
we'll
logo
follow him.
Okay.
We'll follow the camera guy. Yeah, there we go. So if he could tell us, when did this all start, and how did he come up with this idea of basically taking in these kids under his arm, under his wing?
就因为您是咱们这个整个这个组织活动的创始人、创办人嘛，就是您是最开始怎么想到要通过这样一种方式去帮助这些贫困儿童？你又是怎么找到这些贫困儿童的呢？
它其实这是一个复合式的问题。其实因为我们包括我从我师傅给到我的这个技术，还有这个专业以后，就是我通过棒球改变了我的命运。就完了之后呢，我又觉得这个其实你简单的要想帮助别人的时候，你光给人钱、给人物的起不到本质作用。那我想又能把棒球这个事儿传播开、传递好，完了呢又能够真正实实在在的帮助到一些人，那其实是我觉得是有价值的。那这么着，当时开始也是说脑子什么想的不是太清楚，就是想能够帮助一些孩子，先找吧。完了呢，他开始的时候是通过自己身边的资源，是朋友啊，完了呢还有一些关系，就找到了几个这样的孩子，就开始建立起来了。在15年底的时候。
15年底。Okay.
Well,
he said actually because why he chose baseball to help those kids, underprivileged kids, is because he was the one that his life got changed because of baseball, because of Puppy.
Okay.
Well, he learned baseball when he was a teenager because of Puppy taught him, and his life got changed. So now he wants to use the same way to help those kids. But in terms of how he find out all those kids, well, it's just through all the people that he knows, either friends or co-workers. Well, do you know any poor kids that need help? So just through this way, he find out some kids from near Beijing, Hebei province. They are either poor or probably orphans, need help. So that's how he find the first group of kids.
Wow, and how long ago was that?
That was in 2015.
2015.
2015年，对吧？
对。
Okay, so going on 6 years or
6 years
6 years now. Wow, it's incredible. Tell us a little bit about also the meaning of angels, because the organization or the camp is called Power Baseball Angels Charity Camp, and so the name of the team is basically the Angels. Is it because you like the Angels out of California, or how did Angels come about? Yeah.
因为我们注意到，就是您的这个基地啊，都给孩子们叫天使，包基地名字叫强棒天使。为什么会选择天使这个名字来加入到你的名字中，或者称呼这些孩子呢？是因为你特别喜欢天使吗？
那个跟那个职业队那个天使没什么关系，是因为其实你看我小时候可能是看小说看多了。就是这个天使，其实在我的逻辑里，我希望这帮孩子他不是普通那种小翅膀的那种天使，他是那种战斗天使，他要是拿着武器去保护家园，去战斗的那种天使，就是这个带着很多大翅膀的那种。所以我就想，那因为天使讲的就是那个是爱，对吧？那这些孩子其实是被爱抚育大的，所以我们就想叫他们天使。
Hey, well, not because of he loved some team, but
man.
but because he want those kids to be the angels that can fight with weapons, but also grow up with love. But I also noticed there's on another board it's saying, well, give them wings so they can fly. It's exactly what they're doing, because those kids probably come from underprivileged families, or they don't have parents, they don't have the opportunity to grow up in a family with a lot of love. But so here they find a family, so they are giving them a wing. So that's my understanding.
Yeah, it's and it's very symbolic. It's very symbolic. It's not just a random name. so it's nice to hear what the meaning behind it. So that's great.
对，这个里面就是这个
宿舍
对吧？
对
That's their dormitory. Shall we
This is
take a
the
look?
children's dormitory.
这是
Okay.
男生宿舍。
Oh, for the boys. For all
For
the
the boys. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you go first. Please lead the way. Please lead the way.
您
Yeah.
待会儿。
Here, and then I'll hold this for you.
这个小的力量房。
Oh, this is like a gym.
Nice.
Well, they're already decorated with this Spring Festival
That's right.
decorations.
Chinese New Year is going to be next week.
这就是那孩子的宿舍。
Oh, okay. For the boys. Okay, let's take a look.
Okay, I'll go in. All right. So right now it's empty because everybody's in practice right now, right? So this is there are bunk beds and lockers.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the boys' quarters. Okay.
Kind of like my dormitories at school while I was in,
Okay.
in university.
Very nice.
So that's all the boys' stuff.
这个屋子应该是我们最小的孩子的。
This room is for like small kids, very
Okay.
small kids.
I see.
They got
Yeah.
medicines for bruises.
Yeah, they've got a few personal items, of course, and could I, 老师, teacher, could I see what this is? 我可以看看啊。
可以，没问题。
Oh,
这是
okay.
民族的，这是
Oh,
家乡的这个。
that's the hat from minorities.
So this is what we see in the pictures because.
Yes.
这这
Okay, very
Oh, okay.
nice.
That's the hat for the ethnic minorities mainly living in Sichuan province.
Right.
Because we have a lot of kids of ethnic minorities because I think Sichuan was among the last battlefield for poverty alleviation.
Okay.
So a lot of people were suffering from extreme poverty many years ago. And we have a lot of kids of minorities, so they have their traditional clothes here. 因为我们很多彝族的小朋友，对吧？所以这他们都会有他们自己的传统服饰。
对。
Interesting. And so, because we see pictures all around the premises here of these kids, and they're wearing these hats. So as soon as I spotted it in the locker, I'm like, wait, is that what I seen in their photos?
But this is a boy's hat.
Nice.
For girls, it's a different.
It's a little prettier, maybe.
Yeah.
A little more decorations, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me put this one back in their locker. Okay, so this is where the kids basically live. They've got their shoes.
Their shoe. Wow, so many shoes.
So many
So
shoes.
many shoes.
Yeah.
这个屋里边所有的卫生都是他们自己打扫。
Wow. They clean their own rooms.
Wow. And
Wow. They
we
have more
also
shoes than mine.
during lunchtime, which was just a couple hours before we started our live stream, we went to the cafeteria and we saw them
Yeah.
washing, dishes.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
do everything, do their own chores.
Yeah.
Clean the room or washing dishes. Just very independent.
Exactly. So if we can ask Coach Sun, maybe he can he can take us over to the canteen and we can show you guys how that looks like as well, right? So should we walk out?
Okay.
Okay. And by the way, these are the photos that we see outside.
Yeah,
this
take
is
a
what
look
I'm
at
talking
this.
about.
At each room, in front of each room, there's a little card. It says "Angel's Nest," and they have the name card for each kid, name, where they're from, the time they come to this base. So you see, they are wearing the hats. So we just tried on.
Yeah.
So in this room, how many kids? 8 boys. They are all ethnic minorities. So that's their name card. So it's very interesting.
It's really cute. It's really,
It's
cool to have, their photographs. Something that's really popular among baseball fans is to collect baseball cards.
Oh.
And so this is almost like their own baseball card because it's got their names, their stats, what they're good at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so their age. And so it's, I think for anybody who's a baseball fan, having a little card like this, especially in your dormitory, is really awesome.
And they got cool pictures.
Yeah,
they're
they have really
in
cool
their
pictures.
own uniforms, their own costumes, and then with this baseball bat. You see,
Yeah.
that's the good combination because you see the clothes and the gloves
And the
bat.
I've never seen anything like that until we came here and we saw that. It's like so interesting to combine, a sport that represents so much of the Western culture, even though it's also played a lot in Japan. But then using ethnic minorities from China and that mix, it's super, super interesting, really cool.
Yeah.
So shall we go over to the canteen area and he can show us around?
看看
It's
学习的地方是吧？
食堂包括还来得及过去吗？
你们可以啊，可以看一眼，走。食堂。
Shall we go to the canteen?
yes.
You think?
Let's head over
And
there.
the kids here are playing. 孙教练刚刚呢，他也说到，就是说，其实像可能对我们的很多这个西方的观众来说，就是看见孩子们穿着彝族的服装，但同时却在拿着这个棒球，其实是一个很有意思的中西方文化结合。因为我们之前从来没有见到过这样的一个结合，因为传统观念上认为棒球好像更像是一种西方的文化，虽然可能日本啊，像这些国家也在玩，更多的认知是关于西方的。但是其实跟我们少数民族的这个文化结合起来特别好。
其实你看，他们是民族的，也是世界的，对吧？棒球也一样，它不是谁的，它是世界的，就是所有人都有权利，而且都能去享受它。
Yeah, it says, well, it's interesting. Yeah, it belongs to the culture, not just belongs to a specific ethnic group or a country. It belongs to the world.
Yeah.
So
Great point. Very great point. It's true because it's not like American football, for example, which is typically only played in the U.S. But baseball has become a world sport, such as basketball or even cricket for those who play cricket, right? Not in the U.S. But yeah, be careful with the door right here. And so he makes a very good point. This is a world sport, but to see it brought to some of the remote corners of China is something really special to witness.
教室其实咱们孩子一半就够了，所以为了节省空间，就在那块要隔出一间，就可以上个课，就是 OK。
this is mainly the canteen, but because they still have some space over there, so they just use that side as kind of like a classroom. For sometimes they will have some classes over here. But mainly this is where they eat food.
Where they eat, yeah. This is where we had lunch just a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting, we don't see it right now, but this whole hall is full of kids. And they sing songs right
Before having lunch. Before the meal.
Yeah, before they're being served. And then after they're all done, they all come to the sink and they're washing their dishes right here. And so they'll wash their dish, they'll clean the floors. And everybody, they have checks, so whoever's washing their dish shows it to somebody else to make sure that the dishes are cleaned properly.
Yeah.
And so it's so interesting just to see everybody is so well educated, everybody's responsible.
They are very polite, each kids pass us in this courtyard, in this yard, they will say, oh, 姐姐好, 阿姨好, like hello.
Yeah.
So they are very polite, very educated.
Exactly. And I'm sure that's the work of Coach Sun.
对，因为我们见到这里的小孩都特别有礼貌，他们在路上不管是碰见他都会向你打招呼，然后说哥哥好，姐姐好，就是一看就是您训练的比较好，教育的好。
这是大家一起教育出来的，因为其实我们的那个目的其实是希望他们把心打开，他把心打开，他觉得安全，所以他就会跟所有人去示好。
Okay. So of course, but he said the main point to teach them is just let them open their heart. So unless they open their heart, they feel comfortable dealing with everybody. So they will be friendly and natural to, in social life.
Yeah, which is important to have that confidence, right?
Yes.
To be able to socialize and not be stuck in that shell, right? It's incredible stuff.
这会儿他们是不是应该还有一些学生在上课啊？
对，那边有那个教室、自习室，
那我们去看看吧。
Yeah.
Some of the students are having a class now,
Oh,
so we
okay.
can take a look of their
Sure.
Their classrooms and libraries. 确实，我能感觉到，就是今天在这直播之前见到的孩子，他们都非常的自信活泼。因为有的时候，我个人会觉得，好像中国的孩子都比较害羞，不善于打招呼。但是这里的孩子完全不会。
是。
Yeah, I was telling Coach Sun because, well, to me, when I grew up, I noticed a lot of Chinese kids. They are very introvert, shy to communicate with strangers.
Right.
But here, I find out all the kids, no matter how young they are, they're very confident.
Yeah, both boys and girls.
Yeah. Confident with all the big smiles on their face, greet you, talk to you. So I'm actually quite surprised because I wasn't that kind of person when I was a kid. I also feel socially awkward.
And look at you now.
Yeah, look at me now.
I want to ask Coach Sun just something very basic. How many students does he have here? How many kids are part of the camp? And how many of them are boys and how many are girls?
就是我们现在这里总共有多少的这个学生，然后有男女比例大概什么样子？
现在有68个孩子，完了呢，男孩是46个，女孩是那个女孩是26个，男孩是42个。
哦 so 68 students in total, 24 girls. The rest are the boys.
Wow.
Quite a lot of girls actually.
So within 6 years, he started with a small group, and now he's got, a quarter, of 100 kids already, right? That's almost. That's incredible. 68 kids. That's a huge responsibility, is it not?
因为在6年之间，您就是一下子从几个学生发展到，咱们继续往前走，几个学生发展到68个学生，这个责任很重大呀！68个孩子的这个童年和人生都在您身上，
所以说这个压力也很大，
是吗？
真的。
So is this is the library, correct?
这个是我们的自习室。
So now we are walking to a library.
Okay.
Let's come in. Oh, there are some kids. Sorry. 你们好。
你们好。
你好。
阿牛。
你们现在是在学什么呢？哎呦，害羞了。
They're not this shy, but it's because we have a camera in front of them.
Yeah, or because of you.
or because of me. They've probably never seen a foreigner before.
Yeah. But yeah, those kids. Okay, they're learning.
So what's going on here? They're learning how to paint? Let's see.
他们现在是在学什么呀？
就是教他们画水墨的灯笼。
水墨画灯笼。
对。
So this teacher is teaching them to like ink painting.
Oh, I see.
But paint a lantern. Oh, lantern because it's next week is Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year, that's right. It's very it's one of those symbols of Chinese New Year, right?
Yeah.
It's so and take a look at this room as well. This is a library that I didn't expect to see at a camp, but of course it's part of the education. Should we ask Coach Sun? Basically, this is just one activity that the kids are doing, but tell us a little bit, before we continue talking to the art teacher, a little bit about the kids' class schedule. What are the kids learning here at the camp? Here, I'll move this way.
课程或者日程安排怎么样？他们在这边都会学些什么？
每天呢，他们每天你看早起是6点半起床，完了之后起来呢是打扫个人卫生，还有自己的宿舍卫生，就是比如刷牙洗脸啊，收拾他自己的屋子，完了起来吃早点，吃完早点以后呢开始集体卫生，就是他们自己使用的公用区域，大家再分组去打扫，完了8点半开始上课，文化课就是各种各样的课程。你正规的课程是语数英要上，完了就是像这种素质类的课也会上，完了呢下午1点半开始进行训练，完了训练以后呢开始洗澡换衣服，完了之后呢开始看新闻联播，新闻联播半个小时以后开始晚自习，完了之后晚自习以后大概从8点半开始就是再去刷牙洗脸，收拾自己的卫生。
他们每天下午都训练是吗？训练几个小时？
每天也就3个小时左右。
3个小时。Oh, they have a very tight schedule, much busier than us.
Okay. What does that mean?
They woke up at 6:30.
Oh
in
wow.
the morning.
Okay. Yeah, that is okay.
Very
That's
early,
too early.
Right? And also they take care of their own hygiene and make their own beds, and also they clean their rooms, and then they will study math, Chinese, English, and like painting.
English. Okay.
But in the afternoon from 1 o'clock, they're gonna start training in the field. So yeah, they're gonna start training in the field every day for almost like 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. So it's like half of the day is like the academic education, and then the other half is sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after that, they're gonna go back to have dinner, watch news, and then take a shower, go to bed. So, but it's good because a lot of athletes here in China, they don't have enough time to train, have enough time to train whatever they are dedicated to. But now for those kids, they train every day, which is
at a very early age. That's another question. At what age do they get to come to the camp?
像咱们这个里的这个孩子，他们都是大概多大年龄就来到咱们这里训练的呢？
一般的正常情况应该是7到9周岁。
7到9周
对
岁。
当时咱们那个是标准是这样的，但是呢，其实在接孩子的过程当中，就经常会这个就是怎么说呢？恻隐之心经常犯，你知道，就是哎呀，小一点算了，接回来吧；大一点算了，接回来吧。就变成了那个，好，你看，比如说马虎，12岁才来，就这，对。
So ideally, he said ideally, well, when the kids came here, they should be between 7 to 9 years old. But when they actually meet those kids in real life, sometimes even some of them are too young or too old. He still felt, maybe they need my help. Like Mahu, he came here at the age 12.
Okay.
Way older than they expected.
Right.
But still, it's helpful to them. So they still can bring some old kids here.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a challenge, because every age group is it's just very different, right? What the education or the just the reaction or how kids react to this environment will be very different compared to like a 6 or 7-year-old and a teenager. There's just so many different issues and and they all come from different backgrounds, right? It's a challenge in many ways because everybody has their personalities. Maybe they have different issues that they've faced or maybe traumas. And so to deal with that, that's why it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. But I kind of want to ask the coach, because earlier he mentioned he was a very troubled kid before playing baseball.
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of kid he was like.
Yeah, let's find out.
教练，您之前来，您往这边，这可能有点背光来着，因为您之前说您在打棒球之前，您也是一个，就因为棒球改变了你的人生。你接触棒球之前，你是一个什么样的孩子呢？
就我觉得我比马虎还讨厌，你知道，就那么一个孩子。
在哪些方面呢？
就是平时生活方面，就是怎么说呢，就是一个挺调皮捣蛋的这么一个孩子。而且呢，在我的成长经历当中，其实我觉得我缺了很多东西，所以呢，我希望在这些孩子身上都能补上，就是让他们别缺，让他们更完整。而且因为当时后来我在我的成长过程中，我发现如果在那些方面我做得更好的话，也许我会变得更好。那所以
您说缺的东西是哪些东西呢？
比如说，你看啊，咱中国很多运动员，其实他只是在为运动而发展，就是他只是在做运动，对吧？其实真正一个优秀的运动员，应该是一个综合素质都特别强的人，也就是他在方方面面都要强。所以我希望这些孩子各个层面都好，就是比如说在礼貌方面，在对人方面，在情商方面，在处理事儿方面，各个层面他都非常优秀的时候，他打球的自然就会好。
Wow, okay. That's right. He said he was a much more naughty boy than Mahu is when he was younger.
Just after watching that documentary, wow, okay.
But he also felt while he was growing up, reflecting his childhood, he lacked of so many things. And asked, what are those? It's like, for example, a lot of athletes here in China, he find out one common problem is they only focus on training, playing these sports. They neglected so many other things. And in his opinion, a good athlete should be developed in a comprehensive way, not just dedicating sports. Also, EQ, IQ, everything like painting. You should be good at many things. And until you got very developed comprehensively, you're gonna be good at playing baseball as well, be a better person.
Yeah.
So he really wants to make up all the things that he didn't have when he was younger.
That's really interesting. I guess one other question, if I could ask him, is how did he come to that realization? How did he find out that is a problem or the solution? That you need to be well-rounded, So how did he find that out? How did he recognize that?
因为刚才您说到，就是您意识到，就是其实运动员应该不仅是运动好，应该什么都好。然后您可能也意识到自己曾经缺少很多东西。您是从什么时候、什么样的一个契机促使你意识到这个问题呢？
其实我在当运动员的时候，我就有这个思考了，就是我觉得就是当时在离社会很远，因为社会需要的能力跟能量我身上不够，而这个不够，其实在于我前期的教育上方面是有缺失的。 对吧？而且因为当时只是文化课那些东西，不能和运动这个不能够满足未来在社会上的需求，因为社会上其实需求的跟课堂上学的好像是有偏差的，对吧？那其实我们现在的这个状态也是，就是
比如哪些东西你觉得到社会上以后，你突然发现哦，好像不够，或者是没学到。
咱们在学校上当中学的都是课本上的，就告诉你一些死的知识，而真正在社会上，它其实是一些活的能量，而这些能量体其实是在体验当中去学会的，就是人与人之间的交流，还有这个你如何去跟别人，就是什么一些细微的生活习惯，还有一些与人待人接物的一些素养，其实它是在生活中培养出来的，而不是在课本上学着。所以我们你看，我们在这儿就是24小时，其实在每一个环节对孩子们其实都是正面的引导，让他们变成一个就是有素质、有素养，而且呢能够很好的跟别人打交道，而且又能够很好的有自我定位的这么一个人。那这样他做到了以后，他们就会变成一个人才。我相信他们进入社会，到任何一个体系里，他都会有很好的位置跟价值。那这样他就能够生活得很好。
Well, he realized that when he was an athlete, well, Coach Sun, 孙教练您站到我边上，这样镜头都能拍到。Coach Sun actually played baseball for a really long time. He was playing in the China's national team for a really long time.
Okay.
But he realized that when he was an athlete, because the things that he learned from the textbooks were very different, or he lack of something when he actually go to the society. So the things that he learned from the schools and society are different. So maybe because a lot of things you have to learn from experience, life experience. So he wants to provide this opportunity to those kids.
These kids early on.
Yeah, either like deal with people, like how they're so confident when greeting with us, meeting strangers. He wants to teach those kids, provide those different life experience to those kids.
They're very disciplined too. And look, I was looking over here at the table. They've come along quite far already with their drawings.
Yeah.
So let's check some of these out here and talk to the art teacher. How about that?
Cool.
Let's
Let's
see.
Because I know some
maybe we
kids
should-
finish their drawing.
Yeah, should we walk this way?
我们去看一下，画得还不错呢。
Maybe you could walk this way and get
Okay.
closer to the teacher, right?
Okay.
I'll just move some of the chairs.
A little bit crowded, but okay. 老师，他们怎么样？画的怎么样了？哟，这个灯笼是谁画的呀？这是你画的吗？哦，画的好好啊！哎 ，So this is what the teachers paint, and look at this kid. Look what she draws. Already very good. Hello 啊，小朋友，你叫什么名字呀？
我叫11儿喜。
11儿喜。哦，是不是看不到啊？哎，来，你看看，往你的左方向转，能看见这个镜头吗？咦，在这里，在这里。来，对着镜头说你叫什么名字？
我叫11儿喜。
你来自哪里呀？
我来自四川大凉山。
大凉山。哦，在那里是彝族吗？
对。
哦，你今年多大了
？12了。
12了。He's also a minority from Sichuan, 大凉山。She is 12 years old now. Wow,
他们这
really?
个年龄都是虚岁，
其实是11，10
岁吧，应该也就。
2岁的。
对吧？你是哪年？09年，对吧？现在11年没到生日呢，应该是09、11。
对，11岁。
你那是你姐姐的那个户口吧？
Well, like in Chinese culture, we tend to tell like older age. She was born in 2009.
Okay.
So she's actually 11 to us, but we tend to tell like 1 year older. So
I
she's
see.
saying like 12.
Interesting.
That's the same. When I was younger, when I was a kid, my mother always tell like an older age about me to everybody. I was like, no.
And just to remind everybody, if you guys have any questions, any comments about what you're watching here, please send it over, post it, and participate on whichever social media platform you're on. And so they can maybe if we have a chance, we can read
Our
either a question
producers,
or a
our
comment.
editors will pass your questions to us, or what do you want
the
to know?
comments,
Yeah,
yeah.
what do you want to know more about those kids?
And one thing I want to know is how are they going to celebrate Chinese New Year? So I don't know if that's a question maybe for either Coach Sun, or maybe we can talk about what the teacher is doing, huh? Let's see. Maybe we can talk to the teacher. How's this going? Okay, so
这是小双是吗？教练，因为马上就要春节了嘛，像我们这些孩子们，你怎么打算跟他们一块儿庆祝春节呢？
我们春节就在家里边，在基地过了，都在这儿啊。就是我们就是准备过年的时候开个联欢会，大家放炮，看看那个春晚，就这样的，让孩子们自己看看想玩什么，就在基地玩什么。
但是会想家吗？会想回家吗？
不会的。
为什么？
因为没什么可想的。
什么没什么可想的？什么玩意儿？
They're gonna have a gala during the Spring Festival here. They're gonna celebrate, get together, watch the Spring Festival gala on CCTV1. Ask him to miss home. I said, no, why? He said nothing to miss about.
well, you know, the good thing about that is that he likes being here.
Yeah, because to him, this is home. This is a family.
This is family, yeah. Especially spending so much time, that camaraderie. Again, we were talking about that, playing baseball, sleeping with your, with all your classmates and stuff, and being in the same room. And so they're kind of like brothers. Yeah, it is a brotherhood and a sisterhood too. So can you tell me, Jingjing, because I mean, I've been in China for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And I don't think I've ever asked anybody what's the meaning of these lanterns, the lanterns that they're drawing right now.
That's a very interesting question. As a Chinese for over 30 years, I've never think about the meaning of a lantern.
Well, at least the red color. Tell us about red, because I know I'm wearing red.
Yeah.
You're wearing red. Yeah. It's so prominent in Chinese culture. What's the symbolism behind the red in the lanterns and all the colors that we're using? Or
wow,
is it
that's
more
a very deep question.
So
especially
like
when
luck, is it to like
of
bring
course.
fortune, health?
The color red is a really important color in Chinese culture. As you see, either it's the flag or during weddings, unlike Western weddings, the brides will wear like white gown. Here, just always red, bright red with golden yellow color.
Right.
So red is very important. I know, I'm from the northern part of China. Northern part is colder, and we have a lot more traditions during Spring Festival. I remember when I was growing up. Every Chinese New Year, my mom will tell me, well, you need to wear red. From inside to outside, everything red.
Everything red.
Yeah. So this is the time when you go to shopping malls, you will see so many red socks, red underwear, red scarves, red belts, everything red.
Well, if you're, in the West, the red is also symbolic during not necessarily Chinese New Year, but just in the New Year, the Western, the Roman calendar New Year, and that's also to bring luck and to bring love, to attract love. And so for all those people who are single out there, if you're celebrating Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year Festival or Spring Festival, wear red also because maybe it'll attract a partner. Who knows? If it applies on January 1st.
I think they probably just want to look sexy. That's just an excuse.
That could be.
We shouldn't talk about it in front of the kids.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about let's talk to the teacher here, and let's have her introduce herself. 你好，老师。
你好，老师。
Oh.
The teacher is writing. Okay.
Oh, she's writing.
Let
okay,
her
she's
finish
busy right
this
now.
part of the character.
Okay. Yeah, because something I would love to find out is what sort of reaction do children have whenever she brings art to the classroom, and also what sort of how rewarding is it for somebody like her, like a teacher, to come to a camp like this and teach kids who are underprivileged, but right now you can see the children are really enjoying this, and they're trying their best to mimic what the teacher's doing and following her. So what character are they drawing? Do you know?
They are drawing Fu. Fu means luck in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
And that's if you probably already noticed, because at the door, some places during Chinese New Year, they gotta have a square red paper hanging on the wall or door with one specific character of Chinese. That means Fu.
Is it the same one as the one that's
yes,
by the teacher?
over there.
Okay, is that the same character? Okay.
It's over there. Do you see that? So they are learning to write that red character in the center. That means luck. So during Chinese New Year, we will hang this word, this character everywhere. Hope it will bring us luck.
Now, I'm not very familiar with Chinese characters as much as I wish I was, but I've been told that whenever Chinese New Year comes around and they hang this decoration, that the character's upside down. Now, I don't know if this is upside down already or not. Is it?
This is not upside down.
Okay. And tell us why people flip it. What's the meaning behind
because
that?
in Chinese, when you flip it upside down means like we say 到了, but it's all the same pronunciation as something arrives.
Yes.
So by flip the luck, it means the luck arrives.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very, very deep as well. Oops. It's okay.
Ooh.
A little bit of
Please try
accident.
yourself.
All right. So, 你好, 老师, I'm sorry.
老师。
Maybe this is a good time to talk to her. Maybe
来
she
来，我
can.
们站在这边，镜头在这边。就是那你现在在教孩子们写福字，对不对？
对。
那就是你就是来到这里面来教这些孩子去学这些艺术啊、美术的东西，就怎么会想到做这件事情呢？你自己的感觉是什么？
因为我觉得就是在中国嘛，中国文化就是这种很好的寓意的这种字，然后还有这种图像什么的，我觉得都是可以去流传下去的，然后让他们感受到就是。这个福字不是简简单单的一个福字，然后它是我们祖先留下来的，就是一个很有寓意的、很吉祥的这样的一个字。然后就是他们也了解这个字的含义，然后再把它写出来，然后就不是说我们在外面买的那些春联儿、那些福字，然后就可以自己去体验出来，就更好一些。
It says, so this is a very crucial part of Chinese culture. She really wants to teach the kids the Chinese culture. This is not just a character; it also represents all this either like culture or wisdom from our ancestors. So she really wants to teach the kids how to write this character rather than buying from the shopping malls.
Wow, yeah.
So because they're gonna understand a lot more while learning to write this character.
That is so true. I never thought about it that way. But it's true. You know, we could. I mean, I don't know if I can compare it to a Christmas tree. I don't know if I could grow my own Christmas tree and cut it and, but I do buy it. But I understand it's, bad comparison. But yeah, that's a great way to teach kids about the significance. Ooh, she's still looking at it, trying to work.
She's mad I'm stealing this. It's very dedicated learning.
Yeah, she was about to finish. Maybe that's why. Yeah.
This is the character Fu that we use during the Chinese New Year. So, okay.
Do we get to also try to do this? That'd be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, but you can try. But if I try, and if I write it like horribly, I will lose face for
okay,
as a Chinese.
Then I could probably do it, and I'll save you the embarrassment. So what other? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll give it a try.
老师还有纸吗？因为那个奥斯卡也想试一下。Okay, my co-host Oscar is also gonna try to learn this Chinese character. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I'm a left-handed person.
Oh.
So the strokes, I'm going to definitely be reprimanded for that. Let me give it a try.
他是左撇子，左撇子没有办法用毛笔吧？可以吗？
Okay.
Okay.
就是它只是一个工具。
Okay. Ooh, it's gonna be my first time to see someone use
With the
left hand with this
to write
brush.
a Chinese character with a brush, nonetheless, with a brush. Okay. So this is the sample.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's do this. So do we start first this
Yes.
stroke?
This.
Okay. Maybe we can also show it to the camera.
Yeah. Okay.
This way,
Don't know
yeah.
how to write.
Okay.
Do
So this one
stroke.
first.
Okay.
So I'll just.
Oh,
like this.
yeah.
Hold it up.
Vertical.
Okay. So. All right. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. How am I doing?
就是每写一笔在最后的时候，
Oh, I stopped.
要放在那个
Thing
And
two.
Okay.
And then
My co-host Oscar, Mexican American, trying writing Chinese calligraphy.
yeah, so sad.
That what is this word?
Yeah.
Hey,
What is this word? You said it's fu, right? Or how do you pronounce it? Fu?
fu.
Fu.
Second tone.
Okay.
Interesting
What
way
it-
to start this stroke.
Down, over, down. Okay. And then the same here. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I did it the wrong steps. How about that? Oh, it's not too bad. Come on, first try.
Okay.
What? 很好吗? Ah, okay. Mahu,
Okay.
he approves. He says it's good.
Let's do this. Is Oscar's handwriting.
Hey. Ah, see, he's my friend now. 你是我的朋友. Okay, very nice. So this is my first try. No, she hesitated. The teacher said like, it's okay. Obviously, I have no instruction, no class. I haven't had any
Are you gonna take this home?
classes. I'll take it outside, and for sure I'll keep it at home for
Okay.
Chinese New Year next week, which is celebrated next Friday, right? A week from now. No,
Next Thursday.
Thursday night until Friday. Okay,
yes.
I see. Right, perfect. So yeah, I will take this home, and
Okay,
we'll get to do that. So these guys are already celebrating, it seems.
Yeah, they got all the gears. They're
see.
ready to celebrate the Spring Festival. Oh, they're also writing small food.
Oh,
this-
nice. And also, Coach Sun is, he had his try. Should we compare? Oh, I think his is, no, I don't know. I kind of like mine too. His is better, definitely.
那老师，我们今天他们要学的这个画画和字都已经写完了吗？
对，差不多。
是吗？那不如我们把学生们画的这些画、写的这些福字一块到门口合个影，怎么样？
可以可以。
小朋友们
So what's happening now?
Shall we bring all this food outside?
Yeah,
Take a
yeah.
photo, group photo
Yeah, let's take a group
together?
photo outside.
Yeah,
Let it dry. I hope this is dry enough. It should be, right?
almost.
Yeah, almost dry.
Let's everybody. 小朋友
Now,
们，我们
obviously,
一块儿出去，一块儿来拍个照，
Chinese
好不
New Year is a
好？
huge celebration here in China. Probably one of the most important celebrations of the year. And I think they're gathering all of their things.
拿着自己写
But
的
yeah, this
画，
is
我
my
们出去
attempt.
喽。
So they say that if you flip
写
it,
的。
it means that fortune has arrived. All right. Let's wait for everybody to go out first.
来，小朋友们拿好自己写好的福字，我们到这个球场上，大家一块儿合个影。马虎写的怎么样？哎呀，
Nice. Well, incomplete. Oh, no, it is complete.
以
Yeah.
前写过毛笔字吗？来，小生马虎，我们一块儿合个影。
All right.
Wow, wow! Look at all the kids. They are ready.
Oh,
Oh wow!
everybody's formed outside. Is this the entire school?
这是我们的一部分学生吧？大多数 most of the
entire
kids.
Okay.
You can see like they are like from all ages. Some are so tall.
Yeah.
Some are still like
A lot of them are hitting puberty. Yes.
oh.
So they're in the mid-teens. Who's the? I don't know if Coach Sun said this or not, but who's the oldest, or how old is the oldest?
I think it's probably it's the tallest kids. 教练，哪个是我们这里最大的孩子呀？
大宝最后一个那个，
最高的那个是不是？他多大啦？
他也15。
15.
Sure. Okay,
Oh.
15 years old.
Only 15, but
Wow.
the tallest kids is also the oldest kids, 大宝. Over here, well, he's very like obvious among the crowd.
Tallest one.
Tallest
Yeah.
one.
And he's also featured in the documentary, right?
Yes. He
So
was
much smaller,
fighting
yeah.
with Mahu in the documentary, but in the documentary, they were the same height
Yeah. So the documentary was filmed. What was it?
2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago.
But people changed so much just within 2 years.
Okay, so we're taking a photo now.
Wow, okay.
We're all showing our art.
来，小朋友们，我们一块来照相好不好？
啊，你好。
来。
Let's.
来，小声。
Should we kneel or be on the side? What do you want to be?
站边好，我们站在中间里还是两边？啊？我们站在中间好还是站在好 ？Oscar, shall we be in the middle?
Sure. 要不然
要不会挡住孩子们吧
I don't want to block the other kids. Like this? Or maybe they can be like next to us. Yeah. Like this. Here we go.
来，我们可以紧凑一点。
紧凑一点，不用那么规矩。
这个啦。
快。
Oh, sorry. Wow, so many of these kids.
So we are gonna take a group photo with most of the kids here. They are from all ages. It's really good to see that baseball giving them a different chance to change their lives, because some of them, like each of the kids, have a unique story. Some stories are very sad because some of them lost their parents. Some have their parents, but their parents couldn't take care of them, either financially or physically. But now coming here, they start a new family. They have a chance to totally change their life, underprivileged life. So I'm just so happy to see them that they're so
they're here and they can celebrate together as family, right?
Yeah.
They can come and celebrate Chinese New Year's all together here, and it's a perfect day to do it here today. I know it's still a week away, but this is a few things that they can do to try to start celebrating now, right? So we're gonna take a quick picture. Should we have everybody say
新年快乐
新年快乐 after 1、2、3? Okay.
小朋友们，这样我们紧凑一点，一会儿我喊1、2、3，咱们一起喊新年快乐，好不好？
好嘞。
好 ，OK， 来，再紧凑一点啊。
Awesome.
OK.
All right. 一点。
OK，紧凑一点啊。
OK.
1、2、3。Everybody， 大家我们一起
1、2、3，
新
年快乐
！Thank you for watching CGTN's live.
Thank you so much.
Happy
Happy New
Spring
Year.
Festival. Happy New Year.
拜拜，再见。Bye. Goodbye. Woo!